This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so we have, I hope you guys have created Azure account. If not, go to azure.com and follow the steps. Click on start free and that will get you created Azure account. What is that you need to have? I told you we need to have something, a valid credit card that you need to have. So they don't accept any debit card or prepaid cards or net banking or anything, right? They only accept credit cards, a valid credit. It doesn't have to be yours, your friends, your relatives, or you can borrow anyone's. And so you will get a OTP and then you have to authorize that. So as long as you can validate that credit card, that's fine. So uh, yeah, so once you have your account is created, so you can log in with, go to portal.azure.com, portal.azure.com, and you need to sign in with your account. So this is my account, my email address, and my password. Okay, so this is the portal that it looks like. So how do we manage services, different services in Azure? So there are different ways that we manage. So let me put it, what are the ways that we're going to manage our Azure services? So, one is Azure portal, and the second one is Azure, or you can say simply PowerShell, and Azure command line, we'll call it as CLI, and Visual Studio. Okay, so there are 4 ways that we're going to see, and some services we're going to use Visual Studio, some services we are going to use command line, for some services we're going to see PowerShell, but portal we're going to see. Can you please unmute yourself? So because there is a lot of background noise. So if you have any questions during the session, you can put it in chat. End of the session, we'll have some time to discuss if you have any questions. Azure portal, and we're going to use Azure portal to create our services, and also PowerShell command line interface and Visual Studio. These are 4 ways that you can manage your services. There are other ways also you can do through SDKs. Okay, if you are good at programming, any of the programming like Java, Python, okay, you know, other languages like Node.js, JavaScript. Okay, so any of the programming languages, if you know, so you can use SDK, software development kit, for those particular language, and you can manage the services. All right, so you've logged into portal here. So a couple of things I'll show you here. So this is your account details. This is your contact information, and if you want to see the bill, so very important. So you need to understand your bill, what's going on. So first 30 days, no issues, because you have a credit of 13,000 rupees, no issues. But later, you need to know what is going on in your account. So you might have launched some machine and you thought you have terminated or deleted that machine, but actually it was not terminated and the meter is running. So meter is running. So go to cost, or you can go to subscriptions. Right now there is only one subscription which is active for me, pay as you go. Open that pay as you go, and you will see the cost per resource, and 16 rupees, 9 rupees, 6 rupees, 63, and depends on in which currency that you have created. Depends on, mine is in INR, and you may be from US or USD, or depending on the local currency, it will show it here. So if you want to go, or if you want to get more details about this cost by resource, click on this. As you see here, there are, for different services, how much was the charge. So this is one of the service that I have created. This is a database. This is a disk, you know, So cost sort by cost, and this will get updated just few hours. Okay, so and based on my current spending, the estimated spending would be around 143 rupees till 21. Okay, till next week. So that's my going to be my current spending, and this is the free limit. As you can see here, the compute hours, this is B1 VM. I have used 16 hours out of 750 hours, and unlikely to exceed based on my current usage. And IP addresses, public IP addresses, I have used 17 hours, which is 1500 hours that I get. And Cosmos DB, and these are different limits, and some of them I have not used at all. Okay, so you can find out how the usage is. The usage and status is delayed 1 to 2 days, I said, right? So this is going, it may take a couple of hours, and you can see the invoices. This is all, if you are in free trial, no need to worry about it. But if you're out of free trial, and this is where you will see uh, the invoices. Okay, okay, and as you can see here are the some of my spendings. Right, so this is very important, you need to understand. What else I need to know? Okay, if you want to change your payment method, you can change the payment method from here, and recent billing history, that you can see it from here. So what are the different services that are available? So let me show you something here. So as we know, Azure is one of the cloud computing technology. Do you agree with that? Okay, it's one of the cloud computing technology. Do you classify it as a public cloud or private cloud? It is generally public cloud, and they also have private cloud. So what is public cloud and what is private cloud? So we'll discuss more about in future sections, but generally public cloud is like it is accessible to everyone, and private cloud is for within your company. It's like, think of it like public transportation and private transportation. So public transportation, anyone can get into public transportation as long as you can pay for the ticket. And private transportation, so you have to buy, you have to go, that's you have to buy a car or vehicle. Okay, and that is only used for your own purpose or your family, your friends. Okay, private is restricted access, only employees or clients of the company will be able to access. Okay, yes, Suresh, thanks for joining. So with the cloud, businesses no longer need to plan and secure and servers and IT infrastructure weeks or months in advance. Okay, instead of that, you can spin up your servers, thousands of. See, if I want thousands of servers, I want to build. Is that possible in reality? So let's assume you don't have cloud computing or you don't have cloud services. So a couple of years back, maybe 10 years back, I wanted to build 100 servers, probably in next few hours or by tomorrow. I need 100 servers. Is that possible? No, it is not really possible. Even today also, it is not possible to get 100 physical servers by tomorrow. So you need to put a purchase order to the vendor, and the vendor will take some time to get those machines bring into your data centers. Might take a couple of days to set it up, rack and unrack, cabling, and all this connectivity will take a couple of days. So but in the cloud, I can get my 100 servers or 1,000 servers within few hours. So Azure provides a highly reliable, scalable, low-cost infrastructure platform. You can get hundreds and thousands of business, any country, okay, all over the world. Okay? So So why Azure? What is Azure? Azure provides lot of services. Azure provides compute, databases, content delivery, and many other functionalities. Now, Azure is a broad IT infrastructure platform. It can be used for anything. All in Azure, there is nothing that you cannot do right now. Okay, so and deeper features are getting added day by day. So if you look at, if you subscribed to what's new, so here you have a section called what's new, and you can see what's the new things that are updated. Okay, see, yeah, I'll tell you the differences between AWS, and I'll compare Azure and AWS, and also I'll compare Google Cloud Platform. Just give me some time. And the more and more features are getting added day by day, and its security is Azure takes security as very serious, so they are compliant with many standards. They're compliant with many industries, security industries. It's a global network of regions and data centers. It is trusted over millions. This is some statistics about Azure. So why Azure again? So Azure Cloud Computing Service is created by Microsoft for deploying, building, and managing your applications through and managed Microsoft managed data centers. These data centers are managed by Microsoft. There are so many data centers, nearly 54 data centers, 54 regions are available, and those regions are managed by Microsoft engineers. And we don't have to worry about managing the hardware. So any cloud, not only Azure, any cloud if you take, right, the hardware is taken care by cloud service provider. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. Azure supports a software as a service platform, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. What is the difference between software platform and infrastructure? We'll see in few, probably tomorrow. So it supports many languages, many programming languages, and many operating systems, many tools, many frameworks, including Microsoft tools and non-Microsoft tools. And some of the operating systems they support Linux, Windows, SQL Server, MySQL, Postgres, C Sharp, Python, Java, Node.js, and databases like MongoDB, DocumentDB, NoSQL databases, etc. Generally, Azure services are public cloud, and you also have private cloud. So you also have private cloud, and private cloud is implemented in the company. Okay, if you look at what are the different components that are there, okay, you see you have compute components. In the compute you have virtual machine scale sets, cloud services, containers, container registries, and in the virtual networking area you have VNets, Azure DNS, application gateway, traffic, data and storage, web and mobile, Azure AD DS, B2C, MFA, lots of things are there. So nearly about 100 plus services are there. We're going to cover most of the major services. We're going to cover virtual machines. Okay. We're going to cover virtual machine scale sets. We're going to cover complete networking, all the portions, all the topics in networking. We're going to cover everything in the storage. We're going to cover web apps and content delivery, and we'll cover Azure Active Directory, MFA, automation, backup, site recovery, and most of it. Okay. So if you look at history of Azure, right? So Azure actually started, working on cloud platform since they have started experimenting in 2008, and it was initially they released as CTP, Community Technical Preview. It was like a testing mode, but in 2010 onwards, it has become commercially available. Since then, they have added more and more services. Initially, when they started with databases, websites, and virtual machines. These are the three services that are available in the beginning. But over a period of time, so they have added more features, more services, and they have also started supporting Linux and non-Microsoft services. So initially it used to be called Windows Azure because they were supporting only Microsoft applications, but later they've started supporting non-Microsoft services also. They non-Windows services. So they've decided to call it as Microsoft Azure. They renamed it to Microsoft Azure in April 2014. So what exactly Azure provides? Azure provides a trusted cloud-based solutions which will help you to meet your needs and running your services in the cloud, so you can get your applications very quickly. So I want to build a web application or website. Is it possible? So I want to build it and I want to open it to the public. So all over the world, anyone should be able to access that website. What do you need? You need a server, a physical server or virtual server. You need OS installed. You need web server installed. You need a public IP. You need internet connectivity for your server. So lots of things are there. So you need to buy the hardware, you need to buy the software license and all those things. But here, if you go to cloud, you don't need to worry about any of those things. That is taken
What
care of.
if we need to port the existing website to cloud, like
Yes.
migrating
So,
everything to cloud?
yes, that is possible. Okay, so we're going to see that, if you have your services running um, on-premises applications, we can
Okay,
Azure provides some tools like app migration tools. Using them,
okay,
we can migrate here.
all right.
It's possible. Not only applications, you can also migrate virtual machines. You can also migrate databases. Okay, and you can
Okay.
also migrate your data to Azure. You can back up
Hmm.
your on-premises data files and folders, virtual machines.
So
Okay.
you will be covering database migrations as well, the existing which is supporting on Windows 7 or SQL Server, and
Yes. Yes.
migrate it to cloud. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So some of the solutions they provide: digital marketing solutions, mobile apps, e-commerce, LOB applications, SharePoint, Dynamics, SAP, Red Hat, DevOps tools they provide, BI tools, big data, cloud migration tools. Here you see these are some of the tools that they have to migrate your on-premises services to Azure. So they have IoT, backup and archive, hybrid, and so on. Okay.
Okay.
So you can mainframe migration also is possible. Okay, if you look at different products of Azure, so I told there are about 100 plus services that are available. So in the compute, you have virtual machine scale sets, app services, functions, batch, service fabric. So what are these services? We're going to cover in detail, but just for your understanding, these are the services that are available. Okay, and as you can see, virtual machines, you can build your virtual servers, whether it is Windows 7 or Windows 10 or Windows 2012 or 2016 or Red Hat Linux or SUSE Linux or Ubuntu. Okay, a lot of different operating system images are available. Virtual machine scale sets. If you want to build hundreds and thousands of machines, you can use this virtual machine scale sets. App services, functions, batch, that comes under compute. In the networking, you have virtual networks, load balancers, application gateway, DNS. These are traffic manager is a load balancer. Express route if you want to connect your on-premises network to Azure network and so on. And the storage, again, this is very important so to understand. So you have different type of storages available: blob storage, queue storage, file storage, and disk storage, and table storage also. Backup and recovery. Web and mobile. So you have web apps, mobile apps, API apps, logical apps, and media services, and containers. So I hope you heard about containers, Docker containers, Kubernetes, a very popular way of deploying your applications in containers. Okay, containers are like a very small footprint of your OS or your application, using which you can using container you are going to deploy your application in the container. So it supports containers.
It's more of operating system, right?
Not only operating system, it's operating system is like virtual machine. Containers are application level virtualization.
Okay, so containers are under the virtual machines, right?
It can be under the virtual machine, yes, or it can be in the cloud
Or
machines, or it
can,
can be
okay,
anywhere.
okay. So can it be, these application can be executed through container without operating system, or this has to be in
No, no, no.
somewhere on
It has to
cloud
be on
or,
it has to be on a virtual machine or
okay, okay,
physical machine on one machine.
okay. Can you give some example of application, any such application?
There are so many applications that are running in
Uh-huh,
containers. Okay, let me
okay.
give you a container example. So yeah, I hope you understand virtualization. Okay,
Right, right, right,
right. So what
right.
is so just
Okay,
focus on your left hand side.
okay, okay.
Is this familiar to you?
Right,
So you have a server, host operating system, hypervisor,
right.
which is virtualization, and then you have
Hmm.
guest operating systems.
Right.
So, and on each guest operating system, you have different applications,
Okay,
correct?
right.
So what is wrong with this setup? You have to have, for application A, you have to have operating system,
Guest, right, right, right,
full operating
right,
system, which is going to
right.
consume a lot of resources, right?
Yeah,
If you talk
basically
about,
every time you have to create one operating system for one particular application. You
yeah,
are underutilizing operating system resources basically for each operating system.
yes. So let's assume you have 16 GB memory,
Mm,
okay? And each operating system requires a 4 GB,
mm,
okay? So how much is left for applications?
mm,
So this host OS takes 4 GB, this guest OS 4 GB, 4 GB, 4 GB.
mm.
16 GB is gone. Where is for your applications? So basically this is high resource consumption, right?
Right.
But if you take a container, right? You have a server,
Mm,
host operating
mm.
system. On top of it, you will install Docker engine. There is no
Okay.
need to create guest operating systems. So you will create
Hmm.
containers. Instead of virtual machines, you will create containers.
So
In the
these
container,
applic so these container supports concurrency between all the applications.
yes,
Okay. So this is parallel execution of the applications, right?
exactly, yes.
Okay.
Can I install multiple? Can I install same version? Suppose Java 1.8 is there. Same Java
Mm,
1.8 multiple times on same machine?
no.
No. Okay. So it is possible here. You create a separate
Okay.
container for each version or the same
Okay.
version. Okay.
Hmm.
And another thing, if I want to set up a environment, a development environment, testing environment, and production environment, 3 environments I want to set up. What do you need?
Okay.
3 virtual machines, at least
Right.
each one. But here
Right.
I don't need to set up 3 virtual machines. I have only one machine, one operating system. I will
Okay.
create 3 containers. In that container, I have all the libraries, all the dependencies, all the required DLLs, binaries, and everything. All the dependencies will be
Okay.
there in that container. And all these
Okay.
containers are going to use the same host OS, same
Hmm.
kernel. But
Okay.
here, but here, each environment is going to use a different kernel, different guest
Mm,
OS.
right. Right.
So that's too many, too many, too many missions is going to make you complicated, right?
Right.
Okay. So, if you
Okay.
for example, you have one OS administrator for 100 machines, let's assume on average
Mm,
ratio. So 100 machines, one OS administrator. So in this case, So you have in virtual machines, you need more administrators. But here in the container, one operating system, 100 containers. So, and another advantage here, so if you are deploying your application in development, so you've done all your testing in development, and now you move to move your code to testing. Everything looks fine in testing also. But when you move your code to production, the code is not working. It says some dependencies are missing, libraries are missing, and you have to release the product probably next 5-6 hours. You have taken downtime from your customer and said that it is going to be, your developers have given and testers have given confidence that it's going to get deployed in within an hour, and we can do the testing in another hour. So it takes 2 hours to finish testing and deployment. But suddenly they have realized some dependencies are missing, which might take a lot of time to identify and troubleshoot, and your window is gone. So, and you're going to say to your customer that deployment was not succeeded, so you're not going to deploy the product, the application which is not working. So you have to revert back the changes. So reverting back the changes also is a complex task. So sometimes it may be successful, sometimes it may not be successful, and you're going to create a big mess. Okay, and your customers are not happy because you said you're going to deploy your new version, latest version, and that is not deployed. So there is a lot of dependencies here, but here I can create a container, test that container, and I can take that container and put it anywhere that I wanted. All the
So
dependencies,
basically,
libraries,
we can deploy container as it is, right?
as it is, yes.
Okay.
Okay, build, ship, and run.
Okay.
So no need to make any more changes. Just take that container, put it anywhere that you wanted. It will run because all the dependencies are inside that container.
Right.
It's like moving homes. You have heard of moving homes?
Right.
So like in the Western countries, it's very popular. So they have big truck caravan, and where they move from one location to another location. So everything will be there. Their kitchen, bedroom, everything. Okay, inside that container, inside that caravan truck. So they go one place to another place easily. Something like that. This is Azure supports containers and databases, different type of databases that are available, SQL databases and data warehouse, stretch database, Cosmos database. Okay, these are different databases available. And they also support data analytics, big data. Okay, they have something like HD Insights. You can provision Hadoop, Spark, R Server, HBase. These are data analytics components. You can also build machine learning algorithms. You can create chatbots. You can also data lake, which is analytics service, a data catalog. So, and you have other Azure analytics services, AI services, artificial intelligence like face recognition, okay, computer vision, speech recognition, voice recognition, vision service, and video insights, and lots of AI tools are there. IoT, so Internet of Things, so you can connect and monitor and control business, IoT devices. So they have tools to support your IoT devices, enterprise integration, logical apps, service bus, API management, store simple, data catalog. Lots of you want to integrate your on-premises network with Azure network, so you can use these tools, application tools. Security identity, so you have security center. Basically, it is going to identify the threats, and Active Directory, Key Vault. It will store all your keys and passwords, as I say, in a secure place. And multi-factor authentication, and you have developer tools like VSTS, Dev Test Labs, Application Insights, and so on. monitoring and management. You have Azure Portal, Resource Manager, Insights, Log Analytics, Automation. So we are going to cover a lot of things. Although it is not possible to cover 100 services in the duration that we have, but the majority of the topics or services that we are going to cover, where the most companies are looking for. Okay. So, which we have already talked about this, how to create a Azure account. Okay. So if not, just follow azure.com and click on start free and follow the instructions. Very easy. Okay. So certifications, I believe we have already discussed this. So we have, these are the certifications that you have. Developing Microsoft Azure solutions, which is 532, and 533, which is implementing Azure solutions, and 535. Okay, so if you have any specific requirement that you're looking for developing or implementing or architecting, so any specific, talk to me. Okay.
In case of 535, the coverage we can you will be covering from the topics. So
Yes.
can we discuss now, or later if you
What
want?
topics will be covered in 535?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'll show you that.
Uh, Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Praveen.
Yeah.
The Azure implementation infrastructure, it's a completely administration part, or it's a development thing
It's
including
completely
architecture?
administration part. Completely administration part.
Okay, means that certification
Yes.
is enough, right? If going
Yes.
administrate.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
Yes, sir. I'll be covering for you 533, so don't worry. Okay. So let me talk about, before I go there, so let me just talk about the certifications. Okay, so no matter which is 70533 or 532 or 535, the duration of exam is 80 minutes and approximately about 50 questions that you will get. And exam fees 4,800 rupees if you're taking from India, plus GST. And if you're taking from US, it is $169, and it is a little bit costly in US. So exam has to be taken at the approved testing center, and go to this site PSNVUA, and you can register for your exam. Okay. And so these are different certifications that are available, and generally any Microsoft certifications, right? No matter whether it is cloud or non-cloud or Windows or SQL Server or DVA. So you have MCSA and MCSC. MCSA is Microsoft Certified Solution Architect, and MCSC is Solution Experts. And if you are getting into development, Microsoft Solutions Developer. Okay, so let's look at this MCSA first, Cloud Platform. So you have several different certifications here. So what certifications that you have? Let's look at it. So they give time to time, you will get some very good offers. Okay, so right now there is an offer going on. So just take pay once and you can appear, or reattempt is free. Okay, so reattempt is free. So take that opportunity and book your exam. So your the reattempt. So next attempt will be free, and that is valid till September 30th. And also the first exam that you will get. So first exam you have to pay 100%, which is 4,800 rupees. And the second exam you will get 25% discount. Third exam onwards you will get 50% discount. Okay, so take advantage of those certification, because see, nobody is going to, I mean, although it is not a mandatory for certifications, getting certifications, but it's good to have. So cloud platform. This is the special offers. Replay plus a free retake. So pay once, another replay is free, another retake is free. And as I told, the first exam, pay full amount, second exam, 25%, third exam, onwards, 50% discount that you get. And so save on exams plus 2 retakes until September 30th. So to get this offer, just go to sorry, I told you, right? So what is covered here? Virtual machines, serverless computing, like logical labs. Yeah, one question.
Yeah. Hi, Praveen.
Yeah, hi, Harita.
Is it like right after the course, can we take up the exam or should we wait until
It depends on your preparation.
any?
How many hours depends on how many hours that you're going to spend. See, you know, I am going to show you everything what is required for you know, for passing the exam, but you also need to practice.
Okay.
You also need to practice. So depends on how many hours that you spend. If you can allocate at least 2 to 3 hours per day during the course, I think that should be enough.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll provide you a lot of material for the examination if you're preparing for the exam.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
you see these documents. Okay, these are the classroom presentations which I'm going to share you, and these are about
Okay.
62 items. And
Okay.
I'm also going to share you PowerShell scripts, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
also going to share you DUMS exam if you are preparing for the exam 7053 to 533 535. And I will share some Azure books which will help you to understand these Azure technology. And
Mm-hmm.
I will also share you if you need some sample resumes, some sample designs.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
lots of
definitely we
things I'm
do
going to
need
give
that.
you. I mean, just in case some of them require, just to see, you know, how the resumes looks like. So
Okay. Yeah.
right. So designing serverless computing, designing microservices, which is not part of 70533 or 532. So these are
Right.
unique to 535. And
So you
web
will be
application,
covering this part?
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And Azure batch and all those things, these are specific to 535.
Right.
And data storage solutions, and this is common for 532 and 535. And this is data factory, data warehouse, data analytics, HD Insight. These are 535 advanced topics. And relational databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL, and all those things. NoSQL, Cosmos DB, Redis. These are covered. These are specific to 70535. And things like CDN, Content Delivery Network, DMZs, and data factory, specific to 535. And AD solutions are common across. This is this portion is completely It's not covered anywhere in 532 or 533.
Right.
IoT, AI, artificial intelligence, IoT, messaging solutions, media solutions, and this is monitoring, managing and monitoring and automation. So lots of things are different from 533 and 532. So if you are looking for 535, yes, it is covered 535 also.
So basically, your curriculum is a combination of all these three, basically, right?
Yes.
So after your course, anyone can go for their as per their experience, either it is 532, 533, or 535.
Yeah.
With their studies.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Praveen.
Yeah, sure. Anybody has any other questions?
Yeah, I have one. For 532 and 533, does it require any programming language?
532
Because for
requires
533 requires programming language skills.
No. 532 requires programming skills.
Okay.
533
Okay.
does not require programming. 533 is administration,
Yeah.
532 is developing, and
Developing.
535 is architecting.
Okay.
Hello, Praveen.
Are you from developing background or administration?
Me?
Yeah, Harita. Yes.
No, I'm a fresher completely. So that's why I'm asking.
Okay, fine.
Hello,
Yes, Suresh.
Praveen.
Yeah.
When I'm going to learn 5.7 hello.
Yeah. Tell me, Suresh.
Yeah, means if I learn Ansible, Chef, Puppet, Docker, any useful for this part? This is not required.
No, that's completely DevOps. That is Azure with DevOps or cloud with DevOps. That is different.
Okay, that is different part, right?
That's that's DevOps tools, configuration management tools, where you want to deploy changes in your environment. Like suppose you want to deploy an application on 100 machines, you use Ansible or Chef or Puppet. Okay, or you want to make some changes within your environment, like software changes, application changes, or you want to deploy your application on 100 machines. Okay, in that case, you use those configuration management tools.
No, my friend is working in Azure admin in Hyderabad.
Yeah.
He is working in the admin position, but he is working like run books, playbooks. He is using. That's why I'm asking.
So runbook is there in Azure also. So Azure Runbook is different from Ansible Playbook. So more or less, the functionality is same. Basically, either Ansible Playbook or Azure Runbook, they are going to execute set of instructions or set of tasks. Okay. So Azure Runbook, we are going to see, but Ansible Playbook, that is different. Okay. So the role, so Azure role or any cloud engineer role. Okay, no limitations or no restrictions. He can do any of these things. Okay, if you see this, he may be doing from company to company, the roles and responsibilities might change. Okay, so he may be doing any of these things, like firewalls, images, integrations, logical apps, okay, notification hubs. And Azure also has DevOps. Okay, Azure DevOps. And so in the virtual machines that you create, right? So in that virtual, so the environment may be Azure. Okay, so there might be hundreds of servers, hundreds of Linux machine or Windows machines, which are built using Azure. And in that virtual machines, they may be using Ansible for configuration management. Okay. Is that okay? Is that clarified? Sounds good. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we're going to see a lot of things, as I told before. So we're going to use these tools, these services to manage our resources. Can you go on mute, Suresh? I'm hearing some background noise. All right, anybody has any other questions?
The certification is
Yeah,
necessary or not, Praveen?
Yeah, tell me, Suresh.
The certification is necessary, or without certification also we can go for job searching.
You can go for it without certification also, but good to have. It's not very difficult to crack it.
Okay.
Okay, if you spend daily 2 hours for the topics that I'm going to cover, apart from what I taught, right? So what I'm going to teach. So if you can spend 2-3 hours daily extra, that is going to be sufficient for your exam.
Okay. Yeah.
Praveen, can we use Visual Studio Code instead of Visual Studio and install required
No, it
toolset?
depends on the programming language that you're going to use. Okay, if
Okay.
you're using Python or if you're using
Uh-huh.
Java, you don't need Visual Studio. Or if you're using a
Okay.
.NET applications, you need Visual
Okay.
Studio.
All right. So I'm using Python, then I can just use any editor which is supporting Python, right?
Yeah. Any editor. You
Okay.
can use Notepad also. If you're comfortable with
Okay.
Notepad, it's fine.
hmm So one more question on that part. Like in Azure portal, the PowerShell scripting which are there are doing the same work as we are doing manually on the Azure portal, or is there something
Yeah,
different we need to do along with? Okay.
they are going to do exactly the same job. It's a different way of creating. That's it.
Okay.
See, some things are not possible with portal. Okay, like
Okay.
I ask you to give me the IP addresses of all machines that are running.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so from GUI, it is going to be very difficult task for you. Okay, you go to
Okay.
virtual machines and you have to go to each virtual machine and then note down the IP address. But if you have some command line features, right, like PowerShell,
hmm
I can just
hmm
pull all the IP addresses which are in that particular account easily.
Uh, so this is about administrative part. In case of development and deployment, can we also do it through PowerShell scripting in Azure?
You can create the services, you can deploy it,
Okay.
but if you
Okay.
want to, you can deploy some code, right? Then you have
Right.
to use the editor. So
Right.
you
Right.
want to build an application
hmm
so that you cannot do it from PowerShell.
All right. Got it.
PowerShell is going to help you to automate the administration tasks.
Okay. More of administrative parts, right?
Yes.
Hello,
Uh,
Praveen.
Yeah.
Yeah, in admin part where we are going to use Linux commands, I heard about Linux with Azure.
So when we install a virtual machine, right? Linux
Yeah.
virtual machine. In that Linux virtual machine, we are going to use Linux commands. So if we want to deploy some applications, or we want to set up we will be setting up web servers. We will be setting up database servers in Linux. Okay. So those cases we're going to use.
Mostly the companies will use Linux with Azure installation or different things, Windows.
There is no standard formula. Okay.
Uh-huh.
If your applications are purely Microsoft based applications like .NET applications or C# applications, they obviously go with Windows. Or if you are combination of Windows and Linux, they use both. So no company, I mean, nowadays, uh, the companies have both Windows and Linux. Okay. So, and the ratio, how many Windows, how many Linux, that we cannot really tell. So I can tell about my company, okay, but I don't know how many servers that you have in your company that is confidential to your company and your employees.
Okay. Okay. That's thanks.
All right, so that's all for now. That's all for today. If you have no questions, we can conclude the session.
Sir, Padmakar, yes.
Padmaga, you have
Sir,
some question?
sir, like the daily class recorded video you'll be sharing daily, sir?
Yeah, I'll be sharing the, I will collect your email addresses. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I think some of your email addresses I have. So just, or you can just share your email addresses here. I'll make a note of it and I will send the daily material, daily classes, materials, and the recordings also I'll share.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You can, you can just send me your email address here.
Okay, sure.
I'm sorry, I missed the first 15 minutes. When are you actually